Being located on the rice belt of Texas, it's special.
Because that's where it all started for me.
Seeing that big group come in, bank in, that's what gets you going.
My first duck hunt ever was an early teal hunt. It's hot, the mosquitoes were bad. That's a Texas-sized mosquito right there. Whew. When you see those blue wings cut across and they hit that light perfect. Oh God, y'all.
10 o'clock.
Wow, wow. It changed my life forever.
Having that first big group of 20 teal just come in and do it right in the decoys, that's what it's all about.
As hunters and outdoorsmen, we get to see things that most people never see.
Waterfowl hunters are a special breed of crazy.
We're a bunch of determined individuals and we push for wetland conservation. It is our passion.
Get them.
Well done!
Right. To see them cut and dip and weave.
So seeing those ducks decoy and seeing that acrobatic moves in the air is something I never get tired of.
It was like the epitome of puddle duck hunting.
And when I'm outside chasing birds and sitting in a blind, I'm never more in the moment than right then.
To watch the birds work is the real objective of the hunt.
Ducks Unlimited Television is presented by Drake, the Waterfowl Company.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the all-new 2024 edition of Ducks Unlimited Television. I'm Betsy Newble. The Texas Gulf Coast is one of the main September staging areas for migrating blue and green-winged teal every year. Leaving their northern breeding grounds beginning as early as August, these little ducks head straight for Texas coastal prairie and saltwater marsh wetlands, feeding and resting before continuing further south to winter in Mexico and South America. On this action-packed episode, DU Fundraising Regional Director Clint Pace joins El Campo, Texas rice farmer and area DU Chairman Slade Shearing, along with family and friends for hunting at its finest. All next on DUTV.
We're out here in an early season teal hunt in El Campo, Texas. We had some weather come in yesterday, a lot of rain, a lot of north wind, and hopefully that'll push some new birds in. But this morning, got a chance to hunt with Slade Shearing and his dad, Jay Brent. Slade and his family, they're some of the best rice farmers in this part of the country. Get ready, guys.
Tag him right there, tag him.
I got the opportunity to meet Slade Shearing at my first committee meeting here at the Rice Belt chapter. I was a new RD coming in from Arizona and New Mexico.
Clint is someone that I got to know here recently in the last 2 years or so, and he's a character.
Down the top of two tall trees, around the rough and rugged rock, the ragged rascal ringing in a 25 now half. This is old Slade on September 1st. He was on TikTok. Everybody meet in the Walmart parking lot. 150 a gun.
We kind of thrive on each other.
Slade is a fighting farmer, Texas A&M Aggie. I'm an LSU boy, so we're able to get together and talk a little bit of smack, but what brings us all together is waterfowl and agriculture.
Right here on the left shoulder.
Historically, rice agriculture was the dominant source of income for a lot of these landowners.
Another group.
Coming right in, coming right in.
Yeah. That big group, 2 o'clock. Rice has been shifting here on the Gulf Coast. Coming with that is a generation shift as well. Tag it right there, tag it.
It is going hot and heavy right now, hard to keep the gun loaded. Pretty decoy. And these blue-winged teal, they're just showing up out of nowhere.
Yeah. Conservation has been our lifeblood for generations. When my grandfather got out of the war and he started farming with his brothers, they started pumping up roost ponds and providing holding areas for geese mainly back then. That was in the late 40s and the 50s. And when my dad, when he got out of college, he took it to a next level and started really building the projects.
And the programs DU's behind, they've helped us so much with the programs.
Absolutely.
The land leveling, getting it laser leveled to
Yes, sir.
precision.
Yep.
You can flood that so many inches deep and it's there.
Yeah.
You know,
And
it's there.
and
It's creating habitat at the same time.
Absolutely.
the rice and waterfowl, it just goes hand in hand. And the commitment that DU had, look at these birds right here just working us. Right side. Yep.
Yeah, here we go. Get ready, guys. It's rare to see somebody at Slade's age be in the positions that he in.
Here they come. Coming back again, they're still circling.
It takes a lot of work and energy and dedication, but it also takes someone with maturity.
I'm just continuing on, just building off of what he's already built and using programs like the Texas Prairie Wetlands Project. Take them right there, take them. And the right stewardship to create more habitat. We're farming on our 2-year year in, year out rice rotation, but some of it we're building just straight habitat.
You know, that's what God made a farmer, and y'all doing a great job.
Yeah, you got to do it.
I
It's a
appreciate
lot
it.
to do.
Ducks Unlimited Television is presented by Drake, the Waterfowl Company. Mossy Oak Shadow Grass Habitat, the official camo of Ducks Unlimited. Browning Firearms, the best there is. Native Nurseries, hand-selected, hand-grown plants for wildlife. Higdon Outdoors, quality, customer service, innovation, that's Higdon. And Ducks Unlimited's Conservation for a Continent campaign. Our wetlands, our legacy.
El Campo is a town of 12,000 people.
This community thrives not only on agriculture, but waterfowling.
Look what it brings, all the sales, buying gas, restaurants.
Lodging and hotels.
Yep, it's the same thing as all the people involved on the agriculture side. You have people, you know, fuel sales, fertilizer sales, grain dryers, you know, you have trucking, all those people that are making their living off of farmers and ranchers. Agriculture, duck hunting, it goes together in a small, especially in a small town.
This week has been one to remember. We were able to get together and plan one of the best events in Rice Belt Ducks Unlimited's history. Over 700 folks from the community came out and supported that event.
There's a lot of other things that they could be doing on a Thursday night and have a sold out crowd and spend the money for the ducks to support the community, for agriculture, the whole big picture, and that is what the core mission of DU is.
Without these events, Ducks Unlimited would not be able to put acres on the ground, to be able to move mud, to move water. Our organization is able to go in and match with federal grants to conserve critical habitat, not only in the local area, but across North America, and that includes Canada and Mexico. The opportunity to get together with Slade and his committee and to host the wildly successful event that we had, and then to go straight into the duck blind the next morning has been fantastic. But let me tell you, we were tired. Had a great opportunity to hunt with a new volunteer, Tyson. And you got a lot going on in your life, but you still find time to volunteer for Ducks Unlimited?
I'm not like Slade. I haven't been doing Ducks Unlimited my whole life. During COVID, I went to the Rice Belt chapter. I talked to Slade during the banquet. I said, hey, next year if y'all have room on the committee or y'all need some extra help, give me a call, you know.
You are the prime example. Is you don't have to duck hunt your whole life, right? You don't have to go to events your whole life. But I mean, look at what you've done and the impact that you made in your short time as a waterfowler and as a conservation.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do, get more of our friends, the younger generation, involved around here.
I feel like, my parents feel like, and I think the rest of the committee feels like as well, that we just need to do our part and we need to pump and do the best we can, because look at what DU's doing, not only for the ducks, but for all of agriculture.
Yeah, here we go. Get ready, guys.
If you're a cattle rancher, you're a cotton farmer, or you're a rice farmer, it doesn't really matter. Even if you're a duck hunter or not a duck hunter, if you're involved in agriculture, DU's going and fighting for you, because Ducks Unlimited is 100% backing the Farm Bill, and it's going to help every agriculture producer.
And Slade and his family and his committee and this community have done such a great job being the perfect example of what our waterfowl heritage is all about, and also the ag business coming together to make a difference for conservation.
Mention the state of Texas, and visions of cattle and cowboys traversing a dusty landscape leap into many people's minds. And that's true in the arid southern and western regions, but Texas has one of the most diverse landscapes of any state. Piney woods, majestic mountains, fertile plains, and coastal prairie can all be found within its borders. While ducks and geese call much of Texas their wintering home, historically the Gulf Coast region winters the largest numbers every year. That means this area is a North American waterfowl wetlands habitat focal point. In 1991, Texas Parks and Wildlife, Ducks Unlimited, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service joined forces to create the Texas Prairie Wetlands Project. This partnership with private landowners was formed to help deliver habitat objectives set forth by the Gulf Coast Joint Venture to support the goals of the North American Waterfowl Management Plan. The primary goals of the project are to restore and enhance freshwater wetlands to ensure ducks and geese have adequate food to ensure they survive winter and build nutritional reserves prior to spring migration. 32 years after inception, the Texas Prairie Wetlands Project is going strong, focusing on enhancing harvested croplands, moist soil units, and emergent vegetation wetlands that increase biodiversity for waterfowl and other wildlife. These projects provide habitat for thousands of waterfowl. Ducks Unlimited and partners will continue working in Texas and throughout North America to improve wetlands that benefit waterfowl, wildlife, and people. To learn more about the Texas Prairie Wetlands Project and other DU partner programs, please visit ducks.org.
DU Insights is brought to you by Mossy Oak Properties. Find your favorite place at mossyoakproperties.com.
When I look back at some of our projects and some of our fields and ponds, I can relate back to a lot of old memories, hunting with my dad and having my grandfather out there.
Today we had a great opportunity to hunt with another amazing rice belt DU volunteer. Savannah Smith is truly a special person. Her attention to detail is second to none. She is so creative and so energetic. She takes her committee to the next level.
The growth alone is what Slade and I's goal was. And to see it all come,
Together.
come to fruit, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Get him right there, get him. In recent years, rice production here on the Gulf Coast of Texas has faced serious challenges. Ducks Unlimited's mission here is a lot more than just putting water on the ground and creating habitat. They are taking the fight all the way up to Washington. They are fighting for the Farm Bill.
Yeah, big group, good God. The Farm Bill is so important, not only to agriculture, but also to waterfowl. The money that we raise at our events, the support that we have from our volunteers and our membership base, all that plays a key role in our fight for the Farm Bill and our ranchers and farmers like the Sharing family.
Get up out there, get him, get him.
So everybody wants to own a duck pond, right? And a lot of folks talk about moist soil management, but it's not just adding water to the landscape. It's one thing to put the habitat on the ground, but you have to manage that habitat, right?
Absolutely. It's one, they can fund it, but if it's only a one-year program, what's the good it's doing?
Exactly. We've been able to partner with landowners with our Texas Prairie Wetlands Project and with the Rice Stewardship Project to provide some funding and some cost share for putting habitat on the ground for our waterfowl.
It's a 10-year commitment to keep it pumped up. Back shoulder. You're gonna disc it, you're gonna rotor chop it, you're gonna burn it, you're gonna manage it for waterfowl.
Absolutely.
And you can farm in that program, and that's what we're doing. Some of our stuff is is farmable. That's keeping rice farming and agriculture alive down here.
Waterfowling, it's a cold weather sport, normally. And we waterfowlers have got that, as do our retrievers. We got the gear, we're dressed for it, we're prepared. But what if you get invited on a warm season teal hunt in the deep south, say Louisiana, Texas, New Mexico? It's gonna be hot, and you have to prepare for those types of conditions with a little extra preparation for your dog pre-season. A dog's primary source for cooling is panting. Now that's 90%, while another 5% of the cool down may come from evaporation, which is being wet. But both may be limited on the hunt. Panting, your dog is carrying birds. And sometimes they're not going to always be wet throughout the day. Weeks before the trip, get your dog in great physical shape. Running in hotter weather to get them acclimated, but also lots of swimming. Monitor the body weight. Overweight dogs heat up fast. Avoid feeding the retriever before a hard workout in training or on the hunt. Digestion increases body heat. Also, float the dog's food with water to improve hydration. On the hunt, keep the dog fully hydrated throughout the day. Bring clean water to the blind. Don't allow them to drink the field water, which could be contaminated. Okay, we're going to keep our dog wet. We're going to keep them in the shade as much as possible, dead, and we're going to start thinking about the precautions we need to make in the blind. Venomous snakes and alligators frequent the same areas that we commonly see on teal hunts, and they can be very dangerous. Preparation and precautions are going to give your dog a great experience on a teal hunt, just like it will be for you.
Duck Dog with Mike Stewart is presented by Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. DUTV is powered by Browning Ammunition, the best there is. Biologic, scientifically proven wildlife products. Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. Tetra Hearing, more than hearing protection, it's hearing perfection. Mossy Oak Properties, America's land specialist. Zinc Calls, a champion in every call. Closed captioning for Ducks Unlimited Television is brought to you by Mossy Oak Bottomland, the official timber pattern of Ducks Unlimited.
Teal hunting is really one of the most fun duck hunts of the year, but a lot of people have trouble hitting teal. They think they're fast, unpredictable, and they can be. But a lot of the reason people think teal are fast is just because they take you by surprise. Most teal hunts, it's a big flurry of activity right first thing, so pay attention. Second thing is, teal are not as fast as you think they are. When those birds do come in, teal are always closer than they look. They're a small duck, and people make the mistake of overleading them. You can shoot right at the beak, swing through the bird, shoot at the beak. That's all the lead you need on a teal. Next is I try to pick one. And so pick one on the edge of the flock, pick one with a lot of space around it, shoot that bird, then go on and try to shoot a double if you can. A lot of times when teal come into decoys, they'll dip down, and whether they land or whether they pop back up again, you shoot and then they'll flare up. So the first shot coming down in, settling into the decoys, the second is flaring up. And we're here at Noontootle Creek Farms in North Georgia. Out on the 5-stand, we found kind of a fun pair that simulates that. We've got the first target comes in and it's edge on. We've got to wait for it to turn over so we can see it settle into the decoys, just like you want to wait and be patient on a teal coming in. And then the second one rockets up out of the decoys. And that's a bird where you have to move the gun up over the top of it, blot it out, and pull the trigger without thinking about it. If you can find a pair like this at a club like this one or one around you, get out and practice teal shooting a little bit before the season starts. You'll have a lot more success.
Ducks Unlimited's Guns and Gear is brought to you by Tetra Hearing, built for hunters by hunters. Calls, wings, or triggers, hear the hunt like never before.
If you look across the country, our hunting heritage is dwindling more than ever.
Yep, turning.
It is up to folks that are Slade and I's age, up to folks that want to make a difference for conservation.
I want to keep it going, and I want to keep continuing to farm rice because rice and ducks go hand in hand. What's good for rice is good for ducks and vice versa. I would love to one day carry on the traditions of waterfowling, this sport. I would love for my children to be able to enjoy it.
Go, go, go.
Their children to pass it down to keep enjoying this tradition and this passion that's been in our family for over 100 years.
The Ducks University program is so important to me, and it's so important to Slade. Slade was a graduate from Texas A&M. He was a volunteer on the Aggieland chapter. And so when he graduated from the Aggieland chapter in Texas A&M, he moved back to his local community. He got involved with his local committee, and now as area chair, he has taken his chapter to new heights. Hey, get ready to go, y'all. Get ready. The Ducks University program is so important. It is building that next generation of conservationists. And those folks that are part of that program go back to their local communities. Not only are they a vital leader for conservation, they're also a leader in their community. As we know, with everything changing in our country, it is up to the next generation to get involved and make a difference. It is up to us to stand up and say yes, to volunteer, to commit ourselves to a cause that's greater than us. Our dads did it, our dads' dads did it. It's up to us to get involved and to make a difference now.
From Panhandle Playa Lakes to eastern rivers and coastal marshes, Texas is a crucial wintering ground for central flyaway waterfowl. Texas DU volunteers like the Schuring family raise wetlands conservation dollars that not only help at home, but throughout North America. On behalf of Ducks Unlimited, we'd like to thank our incredible volunteer network around the country for working tirelessly to make Ducks Unlimited's mission a reality. Thanks everyone for watching, and see you next time on DUTV.
Cut. Cut. Teal season cologne, shout out to all.
He was on TikTok. Call me a cotton-headed ninny muggins.
Yeah, cut. Mic check 1, 2. There was some of the mosquitoes that could have used a number 4. Yeah. Full choke.